Hey, my last question is just around safe. I mean, obviously, you probably don't spend that much time on Twitter, but Twitter the past 3 weeks has been obsessed with safe, like in the NDAA, right? Like, is it passing? Is it not? The last time you spoke, I think you were on record as saying you thought safe would pass. I think it was 1Q or 2Q of next year, first half of next year. But just any
Correct.
any updated thoughts?
I'm still of that opinion. Listen, the NDAA again. I want to again say that Germany was an unexpected surprise, so we could get the same here. But I don't plan my business on unexpected surprises. I look at the worst case scenario always, and I plan to that scenario rather than the best case. If the best case happens, great, but I got to plan for the worst case. I think it's the first half of next year, probably towards the second quarter, not the first quarter. I think the NDAA is a problem because listen, it's the defense bill. Why the hell is cannabis in the defense bill? So I think the Republicans don't like it. I think Schumer doesn't like it because it's not comprehensive enough for him. The law that's there. Listen, I would take it if we got it. I'm never going to complain about any law in this country that says cannabis. I think is going to open up the floodgate, no matter what's in the law. I think will open up the floodgates. But because there is no federal law today that even says the word cannabis. So I think this would be a positive thing, but I don't think it's going to happen. Like my personal view, my lobbyists are telling me it's 50-50. Joe Barron just spent 3 days in D.C., lobbying on behalf of the industry, on behalf of Curaleaf. And I just want to say that I think we will get it. I think it's going to be a first half next year. I personally prefer that timing, and I'll tell you why. I prefer it because I'd rather make sure we get a good bill than a shitty bill. And right now, if we pass the NDA, it's a shitty bill. I mean, it's okay. Like I said, I'd take it, but it's not a great bill. It doesn't address all the issues that the industry needs. We need to address tax first and foremost, and then we need to address banking, and then third, we need to address safe harbor language for investors. Those are the three things we need to address, right? And it doesn't have all of those three things in the current draft of it. And I think it would be better if they could get this thing out of the way, sit down, focus on putting together. I think the closer we get to the midterms, the more they're going to want to pass something. So if they pass something now that's halfway, we're not going to get anything next year, right? They won't have time to focus on cannabis next year. But the closer they get and the more noise we make, all of us on Twitter and writing letters and doing that, and we're actually setting up a super PAC now to do this and raise money from the population to do this. The more pressure we start putting on them next year, once we start reaching out and say we're gonna actually, we're gonna lobby against you, congressman, or against you, senator, if you don't focus on cannabis, they are going to start really focusing on this, and they're all going to want to get something done because this is a very popular bipartisan issue in the country. So I'd rather let's give it some time. Let's put pressure on them right in advance of the midterms to get the best possible law that we can get. So that's my thinking on it. Again, I'm very open to other people's ideas.